you. Ready, set, go. It sounds like we're getting ready for an opportunity to go for a business meeting. I think we are, because it is so important that we do so well at this activity I'm going to be talking about. The activity I'm talking about affects everybody in this room. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old. And unfortunately, it's not a great positive thing of thinking about cats, but it is important to cats. It's called disaster. And the disaster I'm talking about is, it can be personal, it can be with your family, or it can be with your home, or even your work. And what I'm trying to do is stimulate you to think about it so that it doesn't become such a major thing when it occurs. Personal. Some of the things to think about from a personal aspect is important phone numbers. To have them written down, not in your phone, because your phone might die. It might run out of battery, or it might be destroyed. Have alternate numbers of the important people to contact, because same thing, you might not be able to get to the people you need. This one here I've experienced this year. Have your phone and computers backed up, off-site or in the cloud. Have medical information, because you might not have the opportunity to have access to the information in an emergency situation. Medical scripts, a bug-out bag, that is starting to become more important to me as time has gone on. I've gotten to the point where it's very compact, and I can survive for several days with that. And a simple thing that's important, in a disaster, how many people remember, and I remember it very clearly, the lines at the gas station when we were evacuating for Black Forest Fire. That gas in the gas tank makes a difference. Family. Have a primary assembly location. Have a secondary just in case the primary is not accessible. Have an out-of-town contact. One that's out of the immediate area, because if the phones go down or access gets complex, you might not be able to contact anybody just across the street. Practice the plan. I can't say anything else more important. And you know what? Revise it and review it on a regular basis, because things change. Here in a matter of weeks or days, I will have another access point to my house, for better or worse. Home, have a written plan of what you're going to take, because you might only have 5 minutes, enough to grab your bug-out bag or backpack, or you can have the luxury of a fire here several years ago up outside Castle Rock, where they brought in moving trucks. They moved the house out to the field. Have a way to transport the kitties, the snakes, the fish, whatever you have in your household. Make sure you have that. Food for all of you. And why is it so important to have information? Like a friend of mine, he came up to me here several months ago saying, my phone, the screen is just a mess. I was not able to call my brother-in-law for assistance. I had to call my ex-wife. He says the ramifications are, I'm dealing with those now. But I do have a new phone, 7-Eleven. A couple of months after the Black Forest Fire, I received a panic phone call, not on my phone because I did not answer it, but my boss, he got the panic phone call and he just gave it to me for my wife saying, be home now. We were loaded, pulling out of the driveway with horses aboard, and all the critical things in less than a half hour.
Wow.
Because the report was half hour north of our house, fire in the Crowns, and if any of you have been in a forest fire or around one, you realize that when it's in the Crowns, things start to get uncontrollable quickly. Here, 2 months ago, social media was used for a horse evacuation for a grassland fire up outside Boulder. Because it was so fast and moving, they didn't realize that until the next day it was 4 times larger than they had thought it was. And then, going back to the Black Forest Fire, we thought we had a plan. We had a place to take the horses, where we had power, we had water, we had everything together. That morning of the fire, it disappeared. So we ended up all over the place. So, what I'm talking about, in a crisis, keep calm, get ready, set, and go, and be ready for takeoff. And this is one thing to help give you some ideas on what to do and to fill out so that you can be calm and ready for takeoff. And the important thing that I'm going to be saying here is practice does not make perfect. Only perfect practice makes perfect. And you have to practice it. And the last one from a very famous individual that we know. You do not plan, you're planning to fail. So with that, I call for you to be action, to make a plan to be ready for, hopefully, not a disaster.